お願いします。
お願いし
お
ます。
願いします。
Just do something really quick. Okay, planting the feet, taking it to rotation. Kicking the hips. Changing direction. Penetrate the neck, bellies. Open at the bottom. Circling knees. Changing direction. Just taking one step out, roll and circles. Changing direction. Okay, moving at the ankles. Change in size. Loosen up the hips a little bit. Straighten one leg. Changing. Walk into the center. One side on the toes up. Jeez. Good. Okay, stretch your movement back. Bring the hands onto the same line. Up and down body, the upper body, over the head. You swing it left and right with both hands to the ankles. Reaching one ankle with each hand. Head drop towards the ground. Nice and slow coming back up. Together again. Just rolling out the shoulders, move back up. And backwards. And forwards. Alternating. Forwards. Stretching the hands out to the sides. And the palms away. And from here, just coiling the shoulders front and back. And the extension out the palms. Good. Same thing, just at the top, press the palms up, and then just let them rotate in through the palms and shoulders. Good. Out to the front, same thing, pressing the palms out, just play with. Shoulders, hands. Last one down, pressing down towards the ground. Yeah, last one just for the neck and the head, just a little bit of weight down one side. Keep the opposite hand, the opposite arm heavy. Drop the shoulder. Gently. And release it into the side. Taking the hands onto the back of the neck. Just first pressing forward with the hands. Press back into it with the head. Just let the head go heavy towards the chest. Release this. Think about spreading the elbows a little bit to the back. Bring the chest up a little bit. Look towards the ceiling. One more, let the head go heavy. Relax towards the chest. Again, opening out, stretch it to the top. Okay, great. Just rolling up the wrists here. Yeah, pressing the palms together. Extend out the fingertips. And your fists. Great, and shake them out. A little bit up and down. All the arms. Looking at the legs. Good. Shaking the whole body. Okay, perfect. Take a jump. Okay, just starting in the center, just turning over, rotating the wrist. Just keeping the elbow nice and heavy. Flexible in the wrist. And shoulder drop low. Changing the side. Yep, okay, reaching out, extending out with the hand. Changing that slide. Just taking one side, rolling in the figure of 8. Changing the arm. Okay, good. Okay, just for the grip, you're just going to take the end of the jump right at the end, just working with one hand. Just like it, set it up parallel in front of the body. Strong grip, just going to hold it 10 seconds. Good. Okay, then holding it up to the front, this way. Kind of horizontally, a little bit away from the body. Great. Then take the Joe down this way. So you've got a reverse grip. Just taking the Joe out to the opposite side. Again, a little bit extended away from the body.
Ooh.
A little bit trickier. And try and relax the shoulder. If you find it's too heavy, just move the Joe, move the hand up a little bit closer to the center. Just as far as comfortable. Good. And then taking it to the back. Just holding it at the back. And if it's uncomfortable, move the hand up if you can. And get it right at the end. A little bit extended with the arm away from the body. And keep it horizontal at the back. Good. Last few seconds. Good. And then changing now, same thing, just starting out this side. Release it, bring it to the front. Good. Change into the back angle. The sides. And then at the back.
Extension. So this.
Good. You're just taking it back to a figure of eight just to loosen the wrist out again. It's through the center, nice and relaxed. Fast as comfortable. Ooh, don't do that. Don't put stuff in the shin. Okay, go a little bit further to the top. Ow, that really hurt. Go to the 1 foot forward. So you take yourself in hand. Do the same route, do this nice and slow, but just work again in a kind of figure of eight. So just what you're doing, if it's low, take more towards the center. Just as high as you can with it. Take 1 foot forward. Do this nice and relaxed. You don't want to put a lot of effort into this. Try and connect the hand and the center. There. It's just nice. Soft movement. There's also movement of the body. Backwards and forwards a little bit. Ooh, be careful. Yeah. Oh, you always hit yourself in the same spot with the chest. Down.
Oh no.
That's it. Good. Great. And just try this both sides of the left hand, left foot. Same thing. Just keep it nice and relaxed. Just most of them, the weight of the jaw, do that movement. Keep the wrist relaxed. Just mix in both sides.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 8.
The main thing with this is let the jaw kind of cast out to the front. So what you want to avoid in this one is something like that happening, where the arm's doing a lot of movement, something like this. There's a lot of stress on the shoulder, especially with the momentum of the jaw, and I go fast. So with this one, think about kind of casting it out. So you've got that. So basically the elbow is staying within the structure, so it's flexible in it. But most of the flexibility is coming from this part, from the forearm down. So that kind of flexibility, rather than all the flexibility coming from the shoulder and the elbow. This puts a lot of stress because the shoulder's going to slightly weak positions as you do it. So just look for. You can also, if you want, to put the hand near the elbow or at the top. But you just want to feel that kind of motion's happening. So the jaw's mostly going out to the front. Yeah. Just really good size. And if you're comfortable with it, just take a little bit faster if you like. Perfect. Great. Okay, we'll just take a little bit of 𝒒 work. So just working with the first group, coming from the left, easily settle it. The main thing to think about, we'll do the 3 ski movements with this later, but just work with the idea of the back staying full. So as you come to this position, think of the back kind of lighting up and think of the front of the body softening. So all this kind of area softens as you do it. Think about if you go into like tiny or something like this, you've got that fullness in the back through the extension. You want the front of the body, all this area is kind of softened as you enter it. So just look at this as you do it. You need that fullness in the back because otherwise I soften and everything collapses down. But keep that fullness as you release the front of the body. Otherwise, the front being kind of hard and brittle kind of creates these kind of movements. Everything becomes tense. Especially notice tension in the neck, at the front of the neck in this one. So you do this. Think about lifting and releasing the front of the body. Give it a try. Yeah, that's it. Think about softening into it. Good. We'll take it into number 2, so coming over the top. Again, think about softening the body as you come in, but again, keeping that extension through the back. The other thing with this is think about the ground and the movement of the jaw. So think about as you press weight down, especially into the back leg, think about floating the jaw up. So that rather than the jaw being kind of stuck in the ground and then I do that, and then I do that kind of movement. Think of the jaw going into motion as you do it, but it's got this sense, it's not the same, but that similar kind of feeling as you raise the sword. So that idea of kind of floating the weapon up to the movement from the connection in the ground here. This. So think of the primary things to the ground, that ground sinking the weight here. Have the feeling you're gonna basically float the jaw out of the ground here, but it goes together with it there. Just to go kind of timing that together, the pressure down, release through the upper body. Right. So. That's good. Great. Okay, we'll take it to number 3. So we're working with Shiroski. So just do this in 2 steps. You've got the change of the foot, bring it to the forearm, and then coming back with the ski. Draw it up, change the foot. Oh, the ski to the back. Again, the main thing with this is this sense of softening the front and allowing the jaw to draw to the center. So really think about this one. Like this is a really easy one to do kind of external. The jaw kind of sticks to the outside of the body and kind of pass around the center. So think as you do this at the core of the body, that motion is going to come from the core here, and that infects the hand, and then that draws the jaw to the body this way. So think of this kind of motion, and then you're passing it out the back this way. So you're trying to draw the jaw into the body this way. And then out this way. So the jaw is basically passing through this line. The main thing is that I don't want the jaw to kind of roll around the center. Let it pass through the body so you connect it in. This is connected in, and then pass the center back this way. It needs that first step where you're kind of softening in to allow the jaw into the core. Yeah. All right.
First time.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're comfortable with that, try this as one smooth movement. So it's one of the more difficult spurs in a way because most of them we do kind of forward. This one's really focusing on backwards movement, but just think about that setup now and that. Just the first one, just nice and coordinated. You want to go to this level. You've got that kind of softness, but the key thing is the Joe's kind of going through the core, extending it out. And always similar issues 1 and 2, that the tendencies for the Joe, less in the first movement, where the Joe's kind of stuck and then I move and then I release it. It's stuck, I move, and then I release the Joe. The same thing can happen here, it's stuck, I move, and then I release it this way. But think about all these movements straight away. I want the Joe to go into motion, there, into motion, and the same with this one, I want straight away the Joe's come into motion this way. So just play with 1, 2, 3. Obviously, one's the easiest in a way to float the Joe out. So I'm basically just connecting that pattern, that to the hand. Same with 2, that to that to that. And 3 is a little bit trickier. You want to draw it in, change the foot. That a little bit more complex. Movement, but keep that sense of the Joe. As soon as you move, the Joe starts to go with the movement. Trying to transmit that movement of the hip. Go around into the weapon. Yeah. Just mix them in free.
Great.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Okay, we'll go to 4 and 5. So we'll just start with number 4, working with 𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒕. So you've got ski, rolling the Joe back, and then through the strike. So they're traditionally done in the sets done on the left side, but you can play with both. Look together. Just playing focusing on now that strike from the get out. Again, just think about, in this case, this sense of having the back full, but also softening the front is really important for this one. So you want, in this position, the front of the body to be relaxed, and the back's full open, the extension's on strong, even though you're close to the body, but the front's starting to soften out. And then you use that softness as you come through this way. This kind of pattern. So the front of the body is softening as you make that movement. But the key is again, keep the back full in that movement here. So the whole back's engaged in the movement, but the front of the body needs to soften. I can't be, in this case, everything kind of engaged, especially the front of the body. We'll basically close the body out this way. I get stuck here. So think about the back being full, the next long back here, and then sink the weight, release into that strike this way. There needs to be a kind of softness in the front of the body. It's going to kind of transmit the hip work. That's the other thing you're looking for, same with all the strikes, you're looking for this focus which passes to the tip of the weapon. So this kind of focus which goes to the tip. And that's basically a sign that the both hands are really focusing together. What tends to happen with this move, just notice as you do it, the tendency is to push through with the right arm. And the left hand doesn't really do anything. So you might find that you're gripping the front arm and the back's kind of loose. Nothing's really happening with it, which leads to basically this kind of push through. So nothing really transmits to the tip of the weapon because it's all being stopped. It's being stopped here in this kind of grip. But in this case, give emphasis to the back arm this way, and it's going to connect in with that, with the back, with the front arm as well. So it's not the front arm doesn't do it, but it's being supported by the back as well. So you get this kind of snap which passes through the weapon, and that's basically the sign that the hands are basically tying together and then giving them equal focus. Even though they're in different positions now, you want to give them equal focus in the movement. Usually means emphasizing the backhand more than the front. So most of us tend to be a bit more dominant with the front arm. So just play with showing the backhand in movement. Nice. Good. Okay, we'll take it to number 5. So got now ski, shodan, gaishibuchi with a strike. So we got ski, raise up to the top, and then release it. Okay, good. The other thing with this, the position really allows you to is basically open up the top of this space here. So think as you do this movement, you're really opening that line up. It's tricky if you've got low ceilings, but you don't want to hit anything. But just be careful that this movement doesn't become something like this, where it's basically crunched at the top, and then the movement basically all happens here from the body. What you'll either find two things. This will happen. I kind of crunch the body forward. Because it's low and I want to kind of open up, it'll tend to go somewhere here. The back starts to kind of open out towards the back. But what you want to do is open the space up to the top. So think of this movement later, there like a Hayagashi. You want to basically open that spiral up to the top of the body. And you don't want to crunch it to the top or let it kind of pass around the back of the head for this one. So just think of the last few with these. Think about really opening that space up. And then here, release it down. You really give yourself space here. Just be mindful of the ceiling, obviously, but think about opening that space for a little bit more height in the movement that you do. That's it. So give a bit more space, a little bit more expansion. Yeah. Good. Whoosh.
Michael, I assume if your ceiling's low, you can maybe lower your hip. I mean, you have to you can lower the body lower and keep the hands higher.
Yeah, I do the same, but I just control the descent a little bit more. So I'm just a bit mindful here. So this tends to drop down. I tend to drop the arc a little bit tighter to the body.
Oh, okay.
I know, a bit of an open ceiling, so, but I keep basically this motion. I'm just mindful of that. I'm going to kind of, if I do the arc, normally I'm going to scrape the ceiling with a little bit. So what I do is I just slightly cut it this way. So I've got a little bit of a tighter arc with it.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah, I already have some scrapes in my ceiling.
Right, yeah, me too. Me too.
All right. Okay.
Great. Last few minutes, we'll take this into the 13 yoga kata. We'll just look at the first 4 movements. So this is a really nice kata because it's really kind of loaded to the front. All the movements, a lot happens to the front. So again, think about kind of loading everything from the back of the body, emphasizing the groundwork, and try and work with this idea of really kind of lightening the upper body, stepping the weight down. Just work those first 4 movements. So again, I want the jaw to go into movement straight away. You've got ski. Aikikai, roll them back into a block, and then ski at the end. Just those 4 moves. Great, we'll just take it a little bit further. So working through now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming into the hassa, 5. Striking out 6, 7, 8. Just taking it to 8. Keeping it idea, opening the space up. Now the jaws are going to direct movement. 3, 4, 6, 7. Great. Okay, great. We'll take it all the way to the end. So just going all the way up to 13, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on. Right. Okay, last few. If you want, you can stay at that level, or you can just now take it to a slow flowing movement. So the key with this is keep the hips and the jaw now in motion. So the best way is kind of slow, no speed, no power, just thinking about Taking the movement of the hip to the tip. Smooth, slow.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And then again, last you can stay at that level, you can do the basic. Just play now with the idea of bringing back into the movement a little bit of the percussion. Start lightly with it, but play now with the strikes having a little bit of weight behind now. Also the blocks, they need a little bit of weight pass behind them now. So try and get that fluidity. Pass a little bit of weight to the tip. A little bit send that intention out. And on the function. Now for the movement. A couple of times. Oh, yes. Okie dokie. Great. Okay, good. We'll bow out. Very good. Very good. Right. どうもありがとうございます。
どうも
もうありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
You.